Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your 2022 Oakland mayoral candidate. Today I'm here at 633 Hagenberger Road on the other side of the Safe RV Park. This is the site, they're preparing it right now for YSA, Youth Spirit Artwork. That group is for young adults up through age 25. And so these are the folks that are homeless, that are living on the street under 25. 25 is kind of the cutoff range where they have to go out on their own. But youths under 25, this is where they come to. We find runaways and kids leaving domestic violence homes, abusive situations and homes. So that's what YSA helps those youths. And there's going to be 22 of those homes. 11 of them will be for Oakland youths, and then the other 11 will be for Berkeley youths. And this was arranged last year, and they were promised a site, but no site was given last year. And so given what's going on here at 633 Hagenberger, they were offered up this particular location right next to the Safe RV Park, next to the seniors. So anyway, this is one of the new housing shelter systems that is coming online very shortly. But I'm going to take you over to where my tiny home village project's going to be and show you around. I'm going to give you a tour of that. So we'll be right back when we get over to the site. Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your 2022 Oakland mayoral candidate. We are here on the site of Executive Order N23-20. It's Caltrans property that was part of a settlement earlier this year, and this property became available because of a lawsuit that initiated here in Oakland with OSHA Newman as the lead counsel. So this is one of the awarded properties for a tiny home village. We earlier saw a project very similar to this being put together in San Jose at underneath one of the freeways. I believe it was the 680-280 corridor. And so they're building a smaller version of this. This property here, if you look around, it's quite expansive. And this is just a small area. And right now, the plans that I have that I put before the city of Oakland, and now I'm working with Alameda County supervisors, or will be very shortly, through Rebecca Kaplan's office and Desmond Jeffries. So we're moving forward, and folks are asking, what's taking so long? Why isn't this moving forward? We're changing up the standard of what Oakland normally does. And so the intervention agencies that have been part of Oakland's past, where they oversee and supervise and terrorize the homeless, we're changing that up. We're removing all of them from this program. It's a whole new program. We're exercising a whole new strategy, self-governance models, and they will be converted into HOAs, which are homeowner associations. So that's what we're planning here for the very near future, so that by eliminating those oversight agencies that the city pays, we can save pretty close to between $5 and $10 million annually just in those wasted dollars, those wasted tax dollars going to those agencies, and they have no added value to the homeless program. But they do absorb more than 50% of the budget. So by eliminating them, that's all the money that's spent on their mismanagement programs can go into actual housing. And the actual housing will be right here on spots like this, Caltrans property. And this is 20 acres. In my plan that I've already put together, we can accommodate up to 500 tiny homes here. 500 tiny homes. If you figure an average of 2 per person, that's 1,000 homeless people that will now be housed. Because when we secure this property also comes with money to build the infrastructure in, meaning sewer, water, and electric. So these are fully functioning homes when we get through. We're designing this around clean and green renewable energy. So we are setting a whole new model and standard for housing of the future. And the future is coming. It's tiny homes. And there are 2 types of tiny home HOAs that you're going to be really interested in. One is sanctuary housing. Sanctuary would be for like our school teachers who need housing so that our students can learn in school. So this addresses some of the other community issues. We bring in school teachers, we bring in medical personnel, doctors, nurses, able to find affordable housing. We have fire and emergency personnel that can now afford to live within the city. And we start addressing under heritage, the heritage housing, we start actually addressing reparations right here in Oakland, reparations in Oakland. And that's exciting because we're helping the families, the heritage families here in Oakland. Heritage family meaning that your family has resided inside of Oakland for a period of at least a minimum of 30 years. If you can show 30 years of residency by a family, your family, anywhere in the history of Oakland, a 30-year period, documentation, you can qualify for heritage housing. And the program's real exciting because it saves you a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, because the homes are placed on city and county land trust properties. The land value is not included in your home. So you are granted a land lease, either under sanctuary status or under heritage status. And so that's what allows you a piece of land that you can stay on. You're going to have some small fees for maintenance and HOAs to help pay for the garbage, some of the water systems, and some of the other functions of these different tiny villages. It also helps the land trust acquire more land. So we're going to have a way to build in some additional money so that we can expand upon this program. And what's great about this program, my new path, is that it does not compete against the current capitalistic system of real estate. So it's a non-competitive system, and people are free to move between either system, but you can only participate in one. You cannot participate in both. One of the requirements in the tiny home village is that you actually live in your home. You cannot rent it out. You can't rent it to family. The occupants of that unit also have to be the buyers and owners of those units. There are no renting, there's no bartering for housing in PATH. There's only ownership. So we'll be right back. We'll be touring and walking this property here so you can get an idea how big this property is. And we can actually put up to 500 homes, like I said earlier. So that's a lot of folks. But right now we have budgeted only 100 homes, and out of those 100 homes, those can be expanded upon as needed. And then we have quality home shelters as the units. These are steel exterior. They're fireproof, they're rainproof, windproof. They're very stable. They're 50 state compliant with housing regulations. So they're fully compliant. These are real homes, and the folks here on finishing out the interiors, they actually get a say in the layout and how everything is put and placed in that tiny home for this village. And this is just the first. And we're in the early stages of acquiring the land, but we're moving forward. And Nita B is part of the project. She's going to be one of the managers, the co-governing managers here for this site. And that will oversee the initial management of the site. And we'll see how that works. Her model has always worked very well in the past, and we don't expect anything less. So stay with us. We'll be doing a walking tour when we come back. Welcome back, folks. We're going to take a walk here. This is Hagenberger, the road that we're right up against. You see the BART track to the airport. See the hotels across the way. Another nice feature about this layout, we have a lot of food here. We have Jack in the Box, Burger King, Chubby Freeze, Taco Bell. So there's a lot of food available here. Plus they're close by to social services over on Enterprise Avenue. So there's a lot of things that are real helpful to centralize and get these folks in the tiny homes back on their feet, so they can actually feed themselves. They can check in at social services. We have Union Halls close by. This is Truck Tech Center, the Tech Center, TEC Truck Center. They sell and repair trucks here, and so we're on the back side of them. But this is a little over 20 acres, and we have money from the state to put in the infrastructure for sewer, for water, and electric. So we're just going to walk here so you can get an idea of what this actually looks like here. So there's a lot of cleaning. We want to keep the trees. We don't want to cut the trees down. They provide shade and natural cover for the folks. Some of the other things that we have here that a lot of folks don't realize is that there's a waterway here. This property is actually situated on marshland, and so we have a lot of tributaries and little streams that flow through the properties and that have fish and other organisms in it. So anyway, here's kind of the drop off for where one of the water areas, the marsh areas located. So here we go, we're walking just past the tree lines. And then up ahead, you see the freeway. Literally, we're right next to the freeway here and in the tree line. But then when we get infrastructure in here, we can get the sewer lines, water lines. Also an emergency road here, delivery service, along with a community center can all be put in here, and everybody would be safe. So take you down near the little water tributary here so you can see. So and this is brackish water here. A lot of this water flows from the Oakland Hills. It's fresh water, and it's now mixing with the bay salt water in this area. Right now we have an incoming tide. I see water coming, moving upstream instead of downstream. But if you look at how big and wide open all of this is. We have lots of room, and it goes all the way down to the on-ramp. You see the sign down a ways, way down there. Well, it goes past that. It goes down to about just beyond that tree line, the two trees there. And so this is a large area. It'll accommodate a lot of housing. This will help a lot of folks. It's close by to services, close by to food. Every home will be equipped with water, sewer, and electric.
We also plan on putting a solar and wind farm at this location to help offset the ongoing costs of water to the site. We're also making this as green as possible. So that's the purpose of the solar and the wind power farms. They generate income for the community and also power the community without a PG&E tether. So clean and green. You see the Coliseum in the background here. Like I said, we want to keep all the trees. Over by the tree line, there's deeper water, so folks can fish for some of the fish in the streams that are on the property. So very good property. We can put a lot of homes. This could be the real answer and solution that we've been looking for a long time.
Welcome back, folks. That's the project. This is the property that we're looking at and we're going to put together here in Oakland. It's right here off Hagenberger Road behind the Tech Truck Center. We're going to put a security fence between the property of Tech and the community here so that folks aren't tempted to go do things on the other side there. But then also we have the freeway. We're looking at having a barrier fence installed for sound dampening. So a lot of things have to happen still. But what I'm looking at is probably a year and a half to where this project actually opens the door. So stick with me, stay tuned, we'll be right back.